Good morning. For those that haven't met me yet, I'm Vicki, and today I thought I would show you my beautiful yard. I've had a lot of people from my Facebook account ask me to share more pictures of it, so today's the day. First, I've had a lot of people comment on the fact that at the age of 76, I'm still driving a huge, beautiful truck. I'm a full-time realtor at the age of 76, and this is what we use when we go to Texas and haul our fifth wheel. We spend 4 or 5 months in Texas, and we love it. So I thought I would show you my everyday vehicle that I drive, because I'll tell you, it's really funny, because when I'm driving my truck and I come to a stop sign, there'll be some young guy beside me, and he'll look at the truck and then he'll look at me, and all of a sudden you can tell on his face, he's like, well, that truck is wasted on that old lady. I always get such a laugh at it, so I'll give you a quick peek of it. So this is my F-250 Ford Super Duty truck. It is massive. The only issue I have with it is the fact that when I go to park, it takes a lot of room. So let's get started on my yard. This is one of my pride and joys. This is a Rose of Sharon bush. And the story behind that is on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was sharing starts, just little twigs of Rose of Sharon bushes. I have always wanted one. I've always admired them. And so I bought 3 of them, and I planted them in a circular little planting area here. And it just makes me so happy. When we come over to the front entryway, I will share that everything you see I have planted myself since 2011. And I also want to share some tips. So here's the walkway to our front door. I love those. The shrubs we planted shortly after we got here in 2011, and they're very nice. The most important thing I want to share with you is the ground cover. Now, at the age of 76, I hate weeding. I'm just not capable after knee replacement to get on my hands and knees and weed my flower beds. So I started with this ground cover, and it starts very green, then it goes to the yellow flowers, and then it goes to the brown. The plants behind it are sedum, and they bloom in the fall. You can barely see my azalea. It was a little plant that my oldest son bought me for Mother's Day or birthday, and it stays green year-round. It could be 20 degrees outside with snow, and this just stays green. Of course, my Madonna. This is the place I like to spend a lot of time, just sitting out here listening to the bird and enjoying the weather. Unfortunately, my clematis has bloomed out. We keep water in this for the bees, and they really like it. Again, more ground cover, more sedum. And you can see here where it just starts getting more and more coverage. And soon this will just be all green and lush. So now we're going to go to the side of the house. This is my very, very large plant that it's called a ditch lily, I think, and it just grows enormously. What I want to point out here are the hummingbird feeders. We can watch them from the living room, and below we have an imitation wasp nest to keep the bees out, because the bees love the mixture I make just as much as the hummingbirds, so we want to try to eliminate those. Next we have, this is something I started just a few years ago. We have my hostas, which are in bloom, daylilies, which are kind of almost done blooming now. We've got one sedum over there, coneheads, which I just planted them this year because they were taking over one of my garden areas. And this is a hollyhock. I have so many memories of my friends and I making dancing dolls out of these flowers. It was planted right outside my grandfather's garage, and we would just sit and play with those. This bush was very small a few years ago, but it has beautiful color. Unfortunately, my Asian lilies have all bloomed now. But if you look at my timeline, you'll find pictures, various pictures of my yard. It's hard to get a good tour when everything blooms at different times of the year. This is my memorial garden, and at some point I want to have little plaques that say the names of people that we have lost, people we love in the family and friends. And so just to commemorate them, I want to have little plaques. I love the little angels. I've got quite an addition of flowers here. This is an interesting plant. This is called a balloon plant, but when it blooms, it has these beautiful colored flowers that come up. Some of the plants are small because they've been started this year. The clematis is only 2 or 3 years old, and you can see one little thing that's just gone now, so all the blooming is pretty much gone. The owl is to keep the rabbits and the birds and everything out. What you see right here is our memorial ornamental pear tree. And Alan, my husband, lost 2 of his sisters, and so this commemorates them. And we have some little statuary at the bottom. We haven't landscaped it yet, but it just helps us to remember people that are no longer here. The next space I will show you is my favorite. This is my perennial garden. It's fenced because some of these plants in here the rabbits absolutely love, so I fenced it in. I love all the little whimsical things on the fence. The fence actually was given to me by my neighbor when he took his fence from his patio down. I asked him if I could have it, thinking it would be a good backdrop for my flowers. And it is. I love it. It's whimsical, it's colorful. The cone heads are the ones I had at the side of the house, and as you can see, they get large and take up a lot of space. So I have to really periodically cut them back, or they take over the whole garden. The blue ones are almost out of bloom, but I just absolutely love the color on that. You don't find many flowers that are that color. Again, the owl. The plant down here is a brand new clematis, and there's another one, but it's pretty small down there. But they take about 3 or 4 years to really get much size to them. More of the cone heads. Some of these small flowers, excuse me, a couple are annuals just for the color, but the purple ones and the lavender on those, they're all annuals. So we'll come back to the patio here. It's a beautiful day, but it's supposed to be over 100 today in Iowa, so I'm getting this done earlier in the day. So I thought I would show you my swing bed. And I ordered the pergola, but then I had a family friend build a swing bed. And it will hold a lot of weight. You can see by the chains up there. And I love to sit out here, and sometimes I might just take a nap. The interesting thing about this swing bed is you can see here, this will actually, the headboard will actually go flat like a bed. And of course we've got the hot tub and the patio, and I don't have the table and chairs set up yet. I only take out the glass top when we're entertaining, because we have had occasions of hail, so I don't want to lose it. So that pretty much concludes the tour of my yard. I hope that you enjoyed it. I love my flowers. I love people commenting on them. I keep 2 books with all the flowers I've planted, the care, what time of year they are in season. That way, if somebody says, I really love that plant, what is it, then I can look in my reference book and see what the name of it is, and they can go buy it. So it's been a pleasure. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Take care.